Okay, here we have another Get Ready With Me. I try to do these monthly if I can. I've been pretty on it the past bit. I think I haven't missed for quite a while now. But anyway, and I know today's only the 30th. We still have tomorrow as the tail end of the month officially. But I'm not really doing anything tomorrow. I won't really have any more updates to say. And what I use these videos, this series, as is just like a journal where I'm rambling, ranting, talking about my month, the ongoings on of Emily while I get ready for the day. So, and we are going right. Lovely. Okay. Just want to be sure. So, this is just my everyday look. I'm not going to say where products are, but I will be using my handy dandy notes app to help me remember and share what happened this past month of July, and it was a really good month. I'm really happy with it. I'm really proud of all that I've accomplished, and my favorite part was celebrating my 4 months with my boyfriend Nate. That was really cute. I know 4 months isn't like 6 months or 1 year, a milestone, a landmark like other months, but for me it was pretty significant because I really care about him and I love him a lot. So anyway, also my book. Today, I was actually going to film this video tomorrow, and I was going to spend literally all day with my laptop and just working on my book. It's taking longer than I thought, but it should still be published by next month, by August. I'm just like finalizing it, adding to it, getting more meat on the bones, so I'm thinking it should be just fine. But because I did procrastinate on the book, because I did change my mind on what book I was doing this year, it's just taking longer. And honestly, I'm not as in love with this story idea as I am my other ideas. Like for next year, 2026, like I am already so proud of that book. And it's just a matter of my enjoyment while writing. And I love Mary Magdalene's story, the one that I'm working on right now, but it's just difficult to write because my heart's not fully in it. And I hate saying that as an author, as a writer, because I don't mean to like speak ill of my own work, but like I'm just not as engaged in it, which is a bummer, but it's okay because not every book will be my favorite to write. It doesn't mean that I love it or don't love it. Like, it's not to say like that, but it's just, it depends. It really depends on my mood, on how much I enjoy writing it, if that makes any sense. But yeah, so one big thing that happened this month is I graduated from counseling. My counselor and I are now friends. I can call her, text her whenever I want. I don't bombard her though, I just let her be. We haven't met for a couple weeks now since our last official appointment, but she was like, I don't think you need counseling anymore, basically. And so she's invited to my wedding. If I get married, she's totally there. She's a sweetheart. She's like the grandma, the third grandma that I never had. And I love her to pieces. She is such a special person. So spunky and sassy and full of life. She reminds me a lot of my Nana Frida. This bruise I'll get to if you can see that. If you have questions, I'll answer. It's kind of goofy, actually. Oh, I meant to start with this, so my lips could be moisturized. Okay, let me tell you something ridiculous before I continue. First, let me make sure I got the base of my face, my eyes going. Okay, so I do this thing around 9 or 10 p.m. or in between where I set timers on my phone. And I say, after this timer, I'm going to actually officially go to bed now, take off my makeup, brush my teeth, take out my contacts, do the whole routine, and like for sure officially go to bed. And I almost never do. Then I wake up by myself without the help of an alarm, and it's like 1 to 3 a.m. And I'm like, oh, I did it again. And I do that because I'm lazy and I'm tired, and I'm like, oh, I'm going to nap on the couch before bed. I've been doing this since I moved out, and it's been on and off. Some nights I'm really good about it and I forget to do it, or I don't make time to do it. I don't want to do it, but like, it's just, okay. Let me get to actually the calendar first. Okay, so talked about counseling. So the 4th of July was really, really good, and I met some of my boyfriend's people, not his family, but his adopted family, as he calls them. He lost his parents, and he wanted me to meet some of his people, his friends, on the 4th of July. Sorry. Just trying to get a good line here. And they're such good people, and I'm so happy he has them in his life because they just seem so fantastic. They're really nice, really friendly, really open, hilarious. And I tried to be friendly back, but I have social anxiety, as you know, and I can be kind of shy, but I was trying to be talkative and talk to people and get out of my shell. Not bad. So that was fun. I was a little upset with Nate towards the end of the evening because then we left to go on our own, or so I thought, and then he has me meet up with more people, and I'm like, Nate, I wanted to spend time with you. Like, I wanted to watch the fireworks with you. But it's all good. I was just kind of butthurt, but it worked out. It was fine. Let me fix this because it's interesting, that's for sure. Okay. It's a little better. I heard a click. Is it stopping? Okay. I just get really paranoid with this camera. One time I was filming and it stopped recording like instantaneously, and I was like, what is going on? But that is okay. She's working with me. I'm such a word of affirmations person, and like, words hurt or words are beautiful. Like, that's really the only option they can be. They can be helpful or hurtful. And he said this morning, he said, love you, Em, with all my heart. And like, it's such a simple thing, but for me, it just means the world. And I'm in love with words. Like, just talk to me and I'll love you forever. Like, that's literally like my mode of operation. Like, just talk to me. Okay, what else? I babysat Bandit, who is his dog. That's his dog, Bandit. So cute. I'm obsessed with him. I call him baby all the time. He's like, why do you call him baby? And I just do. I call dogs babies. Same thing with my dog before he passed away. He was called Baby more than Daxton. Okay. And then I call babies Bubs or Bubba. And then I call Nate as a joke Boo. So those are like my little B names for everyone. Which is kind of cute. So I babysat Bandit for a couple days. I stayed over at Nate's for a couple days just while he was at a camp for church. And he was raised Mormon. I was raised Mormon. He's inactive. He goes sometimes. And I left the church officially like a year and a half ago or so. And so it'll be interesting for us to figure out what we want to do with our kids if we have kids, if we get married and if we have kids. It will be very interesting what we decide to do because I'm not opposed to church. But I withdrew my name from the church. Like, I left it officially. So I don't know if I would have to be like rebaptized. But I remember I still have the letter from the church. It says, like, if you wish to continue, please contact so-and-so. And I was like, well, I'm never doing that. But after meeting Nate and having my mind open to a new way to do church, to go to church and whatever, like, I'm learning it's possible to do it my way. Like, I would be a different Mormon. I would have tattoos. I would not live the typical Mormon life. You know, like, I would be a good person. That's very important to me. Being a good person is very important to me. That's very much in my character. But I wouldn't, like, be all in, and I wouldn't be a perfectionistic Mormon. I wouldn't be a perfect Latter-day Saint. You know, like, that's just not me. That is not how I could do it. I'm too hard on myself. I don't want to try to be perfect because it won't work. And, oop, that was weird. We're already almost done. Okay, let me catch up for a little bit. Talked about that, talked about that, talked about that, talked about that. So our family reunion was for a few days the end of last week. So almost a week ago. And half of our family didn't show up. Haley wasn't there, her husband wasn't there. Montana came alone without his family. And so it was different. We still did family photos, and I think they're going to turn out really good. We should get them back in like 2.5 weeks from now at this point. And the photographer was so good. I'm so impressed. She's a really cute person. And so that was really good. I was nervous about it because I was like, oh no, family drama. But things went really smoothly and they were really fun. They got to meet Nate. Everyone who was there met Nate. And they really like him. And I'm really happy and excited about that because he means a lot to me. And it's important that he meets my family. He met my parents like a month into dating, and they liked him right away, so that's good too. And then my hair, I was blue and haired for like 10 days before I went brown, not last Saturday, but the week before. And so I'm loving this brown, this chocolate brown. It's supposed to fade a little bit. My roots, my natural, is kind of like a, I would say, I don't know, I would say ashy or mousy, like with gray tones in it, which is interesting. It was really fun to have my hair blue. Nate was like, I don't like colors like that. Like, as soon as I told him, he was very forward. He was like, yeah, I don't really like crazy hair colors. And I was like, it's just temporary. He's like, oh, okay, you do what you want. You do what makes you happy, you know, that kind of thing. So he was very okay with it. So there was that. They fixed my AC twice this month, and for the month of July, they gave me half off of rent. So it was only $332. And I kind of wish they never fixed it because I would love to pay that rent for the rest of my life. So, friends, I'm hanging out with Connie. We're going to go swimming at the hot springs this Saturday. I hung out with, last night, my cousin McKenna. That was so much fun to catch up. I told you about my book. So 4 things of bad luck. Usually bad luck comes in rounds of 3, or at least 3 things. I told my story of how I was harassed on the road. That you can go watch. I don't want to retell it. It's a long ass story. It's kind of funny though. So that's a vlog I did a couple vlogs ago. My tags were expired on my car and I didn't realize, like, as of November. I should notice. So the cop, he pulled me over. He was really nice about it. He gave me a warning, and he was just super nice. I even thanked him. I said, hey, just yesterday, I was like, just yesterday I had a problem, and I don't know if you were aware of it, but I was being harassed on the road, and I told him the story. I wasn't trying to, like, get a pity party for me, but I was just trying to express my thanks. And I said, thank you for making me feel really safe. I really appreciate the police department. And I was being sincere. Like, everything I say, I mean. I'm not sarcastic. That's not my personality. I don't know sarcasm. I'm really bad at reading it. Nate does it sometimes, and I'm like, are you joking or are you serious? Like, that's just not me. I'm a very sincere person. And so there was that. And then I was scoped by the gun exactly a week before our family pictures, and I was freaking out. I think it's going to scar just a little bit right here above this brow. It went down my nose as well. And what is on my nose? Pores. And then it got me here in the arm, like the butt of the gun. So the scope, it got me in the face, and I was bleeding a little bit. And then what happened last Tuesday of last week, I'm at my sister's. The window cleaner dude, employee, comes to the door. He's like, I'm so sorry, I just hit the Toyota Corolla and I didn't see it, and I'm really sorry. So they're fixing that next week. I have a rental car next week, and it's all good. I've never been in an accident. I'm a forgiving person. I made sure he didn't feel bad, and it's over with. It was just, oh, there we go. It was just like batshit. One thing after the other, just days in a row where I couldn't get a break. I guess I had a few days in between at some points, but I was like, okay, my bad luck, it has turned, like, it's over. But it was just crazy. So I think I talked about everything. Yeah, so that was basically my month. I'm really happy with it and proud of it, and I think it went really well. The only thing I wish I could redo, and it's fine, but is just work more diligently on my book. but I am so burnt out. I don't know why. Like, this book has been the hardest to write out of all of the books I've written. And I just think I'm too excited about and thinking about my next book, my book for 2026. And oh, I meant to put this on and then reveal my hair. That's fine. I'll just let it be natural. You guys can see it now, I guess. But yeah, I'm feeling grateful and my heart is really full. And my cup is full and life is good. And I can't really complain. So, positive thought for you guys. Do something today, big or small, that you love. Something just for you. Something where you can be alone and spend time by yourself. Treat yourself. Do an activity, an art, a craft, a something just for you. To boost your mood, lift you up, and make sure you have a good day. Love you.